Hey guys, my name is Oni. Let's play some Factorio. This game's all about making factories and automating everything and defending yourself against the alien horde called the Biters and whatnot. And it's all around a pretty fun game. If you like games like modded Minecraft, you're going to love this game as well. So let's get started. This map was generated randomly, and as you can see, we have just this little patch of coal down here to work with, which is not going to be that big of a deal. We can always find some more somewhere else, but let's go ahead and get started right off the bat. Let's go get some of that coal. Let's make an iron axe with our starting materials. Get some coal real quick. Let's go over here. Let's take our burner miner drill that they start us off with. As you can see, it has an arrow pointing towards out of it. The arrow is the output. So let's press R to rotate it. Output to the left. Let's put a stone furnace right here. That way it'll output right to the stone furnace. Let's give the miner drill some fuel and the stone furnace some fuel. And now it'll automatically smelt the iron ore that it gets into iron plates. Now we need to get some more stone. That way we can make a couple more of these burner miner drills and stone furnaces. That way we can do the same thing for the copper that's right there to the left, as well as that coal, that small little coal patch that we got the coal from in the first place. So should need about 10, I think. I need actually I need 20, so let's get 10 more. And then I'm also going to need some wood because I want to make a wooden chest to hold the coal, because the coal is not going to be smelted, it's just going to be put into a chest. Grab this iron that's done. Let's make one of you and one of you. For right now, let's make the wooden chest. We'll put the burner miner drill with the output to the right. Give it some starting fuel. Make a wooden chest. Put it right there. Whoops, is that right? No, that's not right. Yeah, that's not right. Put it right there. Now we're getting coal automatically, somewhat. Let's do the same thing for the copper. We need a couple more iron. Let's say output to the bottom, and then put the stone furnace right there. Get some coal. Voila. Provided we give them all provided we give them all fuel in the form of coal, these things will go on and mine us up a good bit of copper and iron. So, I'm going to let these guys go ahead and mine up a bunch of copper and iron for me real quick, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, now that we've let these machines go for a little while, we have a fair bit of copper and iron. So let's work on electricity now. To start producing electricity, you need a couple things. One, you need the offshore pump, which you put, obviously, in the water. Secondly, you need a boiler, which you can connect right up to the offshore pump. And finally, you need a steam engine, which you can connect right to the boiler. Now, a couple things. This fuel icon means it has no fuel. The boiler takes fuel in the form of coal. There we go. And this icon here with the power plug means it has nothing to power. First thing I want to power, the lab. Because I want to get some research going, because I want to set up automation for these two, this iron field and this copper field, because I'm not going to sit here all day going back and forth manually getting the output from these furnaces. Nor am I going to keep using these burner drills, because they suck. So, once the lab finishes, let's go ahead and also make some electric poles to transfer our power. Let's go ahead and put the lab, I don't know, right here is fine. Now here's the research. Anything with the yellow background is things that you can research right now. Anything with the red background are things that you can't get yet. So, I want the long-handed inserter, so I need to start researching automation. Let's start that right there. And it needs power. So we'll take a power pole and we'll make sure that the steam engine is within the square of influence of each of the machines we want to power. And there we go. Now it's not going yet because we don't have any red science packs in the lab. Let's make some. Okay, now, while that lab's going, let's use some of our iron to make some transport belts. After all the red science packs are done, of course. And we're going to use those transport belts to sort of, basically, we're going to mine the coal and mine the iron and mine the copper here, but we're not going to process it here. I'm going to use conveyor belts to kind of take the copper down, or to the right and then down, and I'm going to use the conveyor belts to take the iron up and to the left, maybe right here-ish. I'm definitely not going to process it right on top of the same field it's on. So let's put these red science packs in here. Let's take our copper out of here that we have and our iron. And the next thing I want to make in this sequence is I want to make some of these electric mining drills because they're a lot better than the default ones, which are these the burner miner drills. Well, you need fuel. Okay, let's go get some fuel. $41, good number, good number. All right. All right, so that's going now. Should be good for a while. I need 23 raw iron. I have 18, so this should be getting me pretty close. 9, 20, 21, 22, 23. Come on, hurry up. 21, 22. And 23. All right, let's make one electric mining drill. Let's make some more of these power poles. And look at that, automation's already done. Next thing I want to get is the logistics research because it allows me to get the underground belts, the faster inserters, and the splitters. Let's do that. Alright, let's pick some power poles. We'll extend the power line this way. Whoops. Same thing here. The output is the arrow. There we go. This is a lot faster than the burner miner drill, so we should be getting a lot more iron now. And now I'm going to do the same thing for the copper. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, so now that we finished all the electric miners, I put miners on my copper, my stone, my iron, and my coal. I want to go ahead and get started on possibly getting a supply chain going so we can have a series of miners on each of the ores, but then we transport the raw ore to a different location to be smelted. So to do that, we're going to need a lot of transport belts, which I already made, a couple of stone furnaces, which I already made as well. Let's make a couple more. Oh, need more stone. Then we're also going to need some different types of inserters. We're going to need the regular inserters and the long-handed inserters for what I want to do. Oops, didn't mean to make that stone furnace. Let's make one more of each just because. Now, first thing I want to automate is the iron. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here. Let's see, where do we want to set up our iron processing? I mean, ideally it'd be over here somewhere, but that seems pretty far away, but I guess you gotta do what you gotta do. So let's make a couple more transport belts. Let's cut down these trees that are in the way. Just gonna make a path for my transport belts to go through. Plus, you know, this gets us a lot of raw wood we can use later on. Raw wood isn't used in that many recipes other than, you know, the small electric poles and wood chest, but you can use it as fuel if you run out of coal for some reason. So it does have some uses. So, all right. So now that we have that done, let's go over here. Actually, you know what? Let's set up where we're going to have it first. Let's go 3 stone furnaces. And we're going to have them set up right about, I don't know, I mean, right here is fine. We'll do 1 and a gap of 1, and then another one. So the gap in between is for the electric poles to go in between that are going to power the inserters. So, and for the stone furnace, we need 2 lines. We need a line, well, we need 3 actually. We need 1 line for coal to give them fuel. We need 1 line for the raw iron ore for them to give them something to smelt. And then we need a 3rd conveyor belt to get the output. So I'll put the coal in the back like this. I'll put the raw iron in the front like this. And then I'll put the exported items behind the coal like that. So first thing I want to do is get the coal. So let's drag our conveyor line back to where our coal is. Getting rid of any trees that are in the way on the way. Give me some more, just in case. All right. Let's go down. Fix that. All right. And then to do the same thing with the iron, we're going to want to have to get some underground cables, because underground conveyor belts, because obviously I don't want to loop around this entire line. I want to go under it. So to do that, we need to finish researching logistics. So we need some more science packs. And for that, we need some more iron. And why are you not going? What do you not have? Oh, you're full. Okay. We can still start the line. So let's go over here. We'll go under this rock when we can. Okay. Get rid of these trees, always in the way. And I'll be right back once I have enough science packs to finish this research. Alright guys, we're back. Our research is done. We now have access to the fast inserters, the underground belts, and the splitters, which are also really convenient. The next thing we want to get is, let's see, what do we want? Probably going to go with electronics, because that is one thing that kind of paves the way for the more advanced technologies later on. So let's go with that. Let's go with electronics. We don't have enough research packs to finish it right now anyway, but we'll get to that. So we now have access to these underground belts. We'll make one, and it gives us 2. You get 2 of these underground belts per craft. So what we'll do is that we'll bring this right up to next to the line. We'll put underground belt, make it come up right over here. And these only go so far underground. They're not very. They don't go very far. You see, once I drag it more than like 5 or 6 tiles, it stops working. So right here is fine. Then we'll come up one, and then we will make some more regular belts. And we will meet it over here. Of course, we don't have enough iron, because iron is used in everything. Go over here, get some more iron. Some more belts. Alright, oops, get rid of that tree. Alright, so before we actually hook it up to that miner, let's come over here and set up our processing area. Let's build some more of these electric poles because we're going to need a lot of them. We will extend our electric line up here. Oops, not far enough. Come up here. Oh, can't do that yet. Let's go right here, and right here. Alright, so we want a series of inserters, and you remember what I said earlier, the arrow is where it's going to put the item, and the line is where it's going to grab it from. So we want to grab coal from this line and put it into the furnace. And as you see, they're doing that. We want to grab iron from the bottom line and put it into the furnace like this. And then for the output, we want to grab the finished iron plates and put them on the far conveyor belt, which is why we have these long-handed inserters, because they will grab an item and put it 2 blocks or 2 tiles away. So do that, whoops, no, wrong one, and that. And put you back here. There we go. And you see the arrow indicates that it's going to be grabbing its input from the furnace and outputting onto this far side. For this far side, just for right now, so because I don't have anything to use it with, we'll just put it into a box. Make another inserter. And we'll put it, we'll say insert into that box from that line. Power you up. Actually, we'll get rid of this one right here. That way it's not going to waste any. And now we should be able to hook up the iron line. Let's go see. Let's reposition our power line. Take this furnace. And boom, boom, boom. There we go. Oops, forgot to go into that rock. Let's do that real quick. There we go. And there you have it. We now have a line of iron ore going from way over here to way over here to be processed. Now we want to go ahead and do the same thing for our copper, because our copper is not going to be processed here either. So for that, we're going to need a lot more iron that I don't have right now. So I'll be right back once I have more iron. Alright guys, so now that we have our iron that we needed, went ahead and made all the necessary transport belts, or at least most of them. Made 3 more long-handed inserters, a fast inserter, and I need 1 more regular inserter. So what I want to do is move this. I want to move the miner, just for right now. We'll do it like this. Give it some power. Okay, so as you can see, I already did a little layout of how it's going to look. Basically, what's going to happen is this is the copper line, and this is the coal line, and this is the output line. The output line for the iron and the copper are going to be separate. So to get coal up here, I want to split off half of this line up to here. So to do that, we made some splitters, and we will do this. We'll split off right about back here, because basically, if you notice, this entire line here, where I have these 3, this line going down here and this empty space going down here, this is really this is expandable, meaning, you know, I can have, you know, 20 furnaces going eventually if I need it. So I don't want to, you know, put stuff here that's going to block that. So we'll split the coal back here. Let's do right here. And then we'll go up and under this copper line. And then to the left. Actually, let's zoom out and see where this is at. Right about there. Yep. rid of these trees. Make some more conveyor belts in the meantime. Oops, ran out of my iron axe. Alright. Now it's going to do the same thing we did before for the iron with the copper. So we'll make 3 more regular inserters. We'll say you insert the copper in the front. You insert the coal in the back. And you insert the output on that conveyor belt. And then finally we'll take a regular chest just for right now with a fast inserter so we can keep up. Taking the smelted copper and putting it in the chest. And we'll take some more power lines, put 2 power lines like that, and then we'll connect them all up. And boom. We are now automatically smelting copper. Let's grab what's in here, hold down Control and click just to get it out without opening up the inventory. And now the last thing I want to do before I wrap things up is I want to automate. First of all, I want to get a couple more of these steam engines, so 2 more steam engines should be okay. And to accompany them, I'm going to need more boilers. So I need some more boilers. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this. And I'm going to build another one. So I'm going to have 2. And I'm going to place them like... What's the best way to do this? Probably like this. So we'll take that, which is going to turn off the power for all my smelters and my inserters. And we'll do... that. Unfortunately, oh, I can break that. Cool. Okay. Hook you up and hook you up. And then I'll take another splitter and split off half of the coal that's coming out. Whoops. All right. Bring it down here. We'll break this for right now. Put down our boilers. I think 4 should be enough for what I'm doing right now, but I might need to add more. We'll see. Make sure they're all connected to the network. We'll give you all some starting coal, just because. Let's see how you guys doing for water and performance. Good. As long as the temperature of the water on the last boiler is 100, you're good. Because as you see, the temperature is rising for all 3 of these. And as long as the performance is lower than the available performance, you know you're good. And the water level is also very good. So, to make sure these never run out of coal, I want to make 4 inserters, 1 for each boiler. And I want to take this coal line, almost said copper again, coal line, bring it down here, and bring it 1 block in front of, 1 tile in front of these boilers. And then I'll put 4 inserters. And now what should happen is if I take this out, there you go. It's going to automatically fuel it again as it needs it. Right now, 2 boilers seems to be enough for these 3 steam engines, but if I add more boilers or steam engines, then these other 2 will kick in to keep the water temperature high. So, now that I have that done, as you can see, we're stuck on electronics. And of course, I can sit here like this and make these science packs manually, but that's kind of boring. That's not what the game's about. The game's about automation. So, to automate these science packs, we're going to have to use these assembly machines. And these are level 1, so they can make anything that requires up to 2 ingredients. So, let us go ahead and see. In order to see what you need to automate it, let's highlight this and see it needs 1 copper plate and 1 iron gear wheel. If we go over here and we see that 1 iron gear wheel needs just 2 iron plates. So, for the entire task of automation for red science packs, we're going to need to start out with just 2 assembling machines. Now in the future, again, just like I designed this right here, I want to make sure that these assembling machine lines are expandable, because in the future you're going to need a lot more science packs for the more expensive research. So for right now, let's not wait for that to finish. Let's just wait for this queue to finish for these 3 that we have left for the red science packs. Then let's make the factories that's going to automate it for us. And of course, when I start automating the red science packs, I'm going to move this lab over here somewhere. That way I'm not transporting the science packs way over here, which is going to take up a lot of resources for the conveyor belts. And plus, it's not very efficient. So let's see, where do we want our red science packs to be made? Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to have them right here, I guess. Because I want to design it to where there's a line, basically a conveyor belt line for each material, like the conveyor belt line, the iron plate line. So for that, let's just put our right here is fine. And then because I want to make it expandable, let's see, boom, and then hang on. Right there, and then 1, 2, right there, and then 1, 2, right there. 1, 2, right there. So technically, I should be able to get another one, just to get the shadow of one, so I can see where it's going to go. And I should be able to do this, I should be able to do that, that, and that. Good. Basically, I want to be able to expand my iron gear wheel production if I need to. So that's going to be making nothing but iron gear wheels, and that's going to be making red science packs. Let's get rid of this tree. So this just needs iron plates. So we'll make the inserters, which will supply the iron plates, and we'll make the conveyor belts, which will transport the iron plates. Whoops, didn't mean to make that. That'll transport the iron plates from our chest here, which I'll leave there for right now, just for right now, because I don't want to end up, you know, having my furnaces stop working because I can't put the iron anywhere. We'll take our iron and we'll have a conveyor belt coming out right in front of it. We'll get an inserter to say you put that in there, and then we'll have another inserter that will take the iron gear wheels out and put them on this conveyor belt. I know I said I was going to wrap it up, but I just noticed I had a little more time than I thought I had. So we'll finish up this right here, and then we'll wrap it up. We'll say you put the gear wheels up into this one right here, and it also needs copper plates. So get some more iron, make some more conveyor belts, and we'll have a copper line coming right here. Then we'll have a long-handed inserter, that way it can grab the copper from the far line. Actually, that's not how I want to do it. No, that'll work. We're good. Never mind. Whoops. Oh no. We're under attack. Ah, crap. I should have made turrets. No. This is what happens. Occasionally you'll get attacked if your pollution level is high and your pollution reaches the enemy base. Luckily, they give you a starter pistol. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. We didn't lose that much. Just a couple of conveyor belts. But yes, each of these machines creates pollution. If you highlight it, it'll tell you how much pollution it makes. Like this makes 9, pretty high. Basically, once I get radar, you'll see my pollution on the map. And if the pollution reaches the enemy biter base, these biters, then they'll come attack you and try to kill the source of the pollution. So, I should probably fast track my research real quick. For right now, let's finish this over here real quick. Okay, so let's get a power line, or a couple, and put some lines going here. Will that work? There we go. And you and you. Now we just need 2 fast inserters to supply the raw materials along with the conveyor belt line. I don't need that actually. Well, good. We're good. Who doesn't have power? You guys have power? Oh, wait. You guys aren't connected? That was weird. Alright. that, and that. And now we should be making red science packs. If we give it a second to finish. Give it a second to get the materials over there. There we go. That makes the gear wheel. Gear wheel goes on the conveyor belt down here. Will get picked up by this inserter. And now it makes red science packs. Alright, so that about wraps it up for this episode, episode 1. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope you learned something about the game. I'll see you back here for episode 2. Alright, see you later.